Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, a softcore D&D podcast. So forget about looking for a group, we're looking for love. Join Thane, Hephaesta, Fia and Nate as they put their hearts on the line in a quest to find their special someone in a world full of peril, monsters and heartbreakers.
Last time on Romancing the Dungeon, you might remember that Hephaesta ran into... Well, we don't know who he is yet, but she hates him a lot. And other than that horrible little twerking incident, her only focus now is rage, possible murder, maybe making a bit of money. Money's good, murder might be better. She's just seeing red. And that's just kind of where she is now.
And I love how she's seeing red, but not the giant orgy behind her.
I don't see the problem with that.
There's no problem with that.
No. The problem is Nate. Nate is the only problem.
Thank you for registering your desperate interest in D8. Devoted, desired, dreamy, or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Greypurse, founder, CEO, and love wizard. To get started, please fill out the attached questionnaire. Question 2. First kiss. What was it like?
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another segment of Thane's Tidbits. With me, your host, Thane Greyline. Today I'm going to tell you about my first kiss. Being me, Thane. Thane does not remember his first kiss. Thank you for tuning in to Thane's Tidbits.
Nice way to sidestep.
Thane. Notes from Roz. Sad.
Yeah.
Fia's first kiss was also with Fia's first crush. Her brother's friend, Brian.
Thank God you said her brother's friend.
So, like I said before, she kind of like admired him from afar and like, you know, was always kind of looking at him and stuff. And her brother, because he knew kind of like what she was like and always kind of a bit of a lurker, set up like a game of like, you know, like spin the bottle and stuff to kind of get this kicked off. It obviously landed on Brian, and Brian picked Fia and kissed Fia. And she was very disappointed because it did not match up at all to her expectations. He stuck his tongue straight into her mouth.
Oh my God. Hot.
And started swirling it around in circular motions like it was clothes in a washing machine.
My signature move.
I'm sorry. Are you not supposed to do that?
So she was very disappointed. It did not at all live up to her romantic expectations for a first kiss.
That's my signature move. It's the 60-degree eco wash.
Thorough. There isn't a stain left. I mean, there is not an ounce of plaque on your teeth.
She got a pre-rinse anyway as well included with
wow.
it. So.
That's actually the dirtiest washing machine pun I've ever actually heard in my life. Yeah. You filth. There's a reason why we voted you out of the podcast.
Thanks. I hate
this is child friendly, okay? Amber sells washing machines for a living. How is she supposed to go to work into and face them?
Never be the same.
Never.
Whirlpool, baby.
Oh no! I'll never look at a washing machine the same again.
Oh no!
Pre-rinse.
No, don't say it again.
That's my porn name.
Pre-rinse.
You're out of the podcast as well.
I can't wait for you to hear that back on it.
Hephaesta's first kiss was similar. It was also a game of spin the bottle. It was also disappointing and wet, but not nearly that bad. Her first kiss was actually with like the neighborhood stud.
Oh.
Rumor has it he had like slept with all the girls in town.
Dirt.
But judging by that kiss, she doubts anybody would have actually given him the time of day, and she's pretty sure it was all fake. she also discovered that 5 minutes later, when the bottle spun around to the neighbor girl Blaze, that kiss was a lot nicer. So,
Aww. Look at our girl being bi. Or pan. Yeah. Or whatever the hell she wants to be. She doesn't need no labels.
Just darkness.
Just darkness. Darkness is the only label she needs. It's fine. Natural. The laughing will mask what we just said.
Yeah.
So,
Very horrible nature in that.
if you remember, if you could stop coughing, please, that would be great.
Jesus. All right. This is why she hates you.
Yeah, so if you remember Nate's first crush story, you'll remember it also involved his first kiss. So.
Oh God, yeah.
Initially, it was great. It was the best feeling that he'd ever had. You know, he thought he was kissing, his dream woman at 6 years old. He was 6, not her.
Wow.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
So many issues. Haven't even started playing the game yet.
And then once he heard that sort of uproarious laughter, he sort of got out of his head and into his body a little bit and started to feel the sort of slobber and sort of
Why are they all so wet?
Only a wet kiss.
Yeah. Do you know when you get that like kiss from that like weird aunt and like she just like won't stop? Like when you're a child, you know, when it's like, come here, give me a kiss, you little bastard.
Why is your aunt from Brooklyn and smoking chimney? You little bastard. Is your aunt Ross Graber?
Makes sense.
All makes sense.
So yeah, it sort of started on a very, very big high and went to a real low. Lower than he thought he could go at 6 years old.
So we left it off with Nate having just opened the door to the parsonage. I was going to say the word rectory, but I was like, it's got wrecked in it. So
It's out there now.
Rectory. So with Ella standing there wearing a rather revealing toga and kind of beckoning you all out. Meanwhile, Father Sopps, who requested Thane's help in retrieving a lost amulet, has confessed that he has accidentally summoned an old god who is now possessing his housekeeper. His housekeeper being Ella Restone. There you all are, being summoned out to an orgy. Is that an offer you can refuse out of The Godfather, but sexier?
Absolutely not.
I don't know if it's sexier than The Godfather, but we'll let that slide.
I'm talking Marlon Brando, old Marlon Brando.
Shirt off, even more oranges. Like
Yeah, just that orange little teeth thing.
Stop. I'm getting all pre-rinsed.
No, Thane definitely lets them go on ahead. He's standing beside short little Father Sopps, hand on his shoulder, other hand going to his hand crossed by his side and just readying that.
Ella is standing in the doorway. She's kind of... She's in the way, but she's not blocking you. She's not trying to stop you coming out. She's not being threatening. She's being sexy threatening.
My favorite kind.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a bit of a sexy threat?
When a burglar just winks at you before.
Give me your money, sexy bastard.
Everyone's favorite part of Home Alone.
Oh no! Why are we doing this again?
Ooh, Joe Pesci.
I was very confused. 9-year-old.
I'm very much looking forward to The Irishman.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Father Sopps is just standing there like kind of a quivering wreck, staring at her, and he's like, hello Ella, my love. We'll be out in a moment. And he's just, I just have to take a shower, I freshen up, put on that thing you like that I wear. And he skirts down the hallway kind of away for her, and Ella just kind of stares after, and she's kind of looking kind of between you and over your shoulders, and it was like, as he kind of walks away. I just love to see that man walk away.
I also have to help him shower, because I too need to shower, because I was drowned in some beer in the prancing donkey. So I will also go now, and I'm going to follow Father Sopps.
Oh, okay.
Not for a shower incident, because it sounds like that, but it's not going to be that.
This episode is just taking a really weird twist.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you guys doing? What is Thea up to?
I don't know. Come back to me.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. I don't know, come back to me. I need to sit here and think about my manuscript.
That's what she's doing. She's just standing in the room going, oh, I don't know what to do. Give me a second, everybody.
Do I join the priests in the shower? Oh, who knows? So many options these days.
Hephaesta follows them down to the shower, apparently.
I'm sticking here with Ella.
Okay, you're okay.
Wouldn't you?
And I'm gonna kind of,
Disgusting.
since you're kind of indecisive, Thea is just kind of stand there, kind of, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
Over Ella's shoulder, as you're kind of like staring out into the pile. That's what we're referring you to. You can use your own filthy imaginations. Mm-hmm. You notice that there are a handful of people, about 3 or 4 people still fully clothed, wearing deep scarlet red robes, just kind of standing, watching Ella and kind of staring at you guys.
So do they just like to watch, or?
Oh, you mean my boys? They just
My boys.
my boys. They're just they make sure no harm happens during the festival. Just added security, a bit of protection. Wink.
Oh, wink, wink.
This podcast sponsored by Trojan. It's not. But you should always wear protection. Awkward podcast style.
Yeah.
No, as we're going down the hall of Father Sopps, like, I immediately, like, grab him by the back of his priest robe and just, like, shove him against the wall and, like, listen, what is she? Aside from a very bad ex.
Technically, she's not my ex.
Okay, emotionally she is, but we'll unpack that later.
Oh yeah, that's okay. So it's kind of lonely here in Herb, and Ella was my housekeeper, and she was a very lovely woman, and I just couldn't tell her how I felt, so I found this book, and in the book there was just the stories of all these old ones that, you know, had powers and could do things, and I just thought maybe if I could talk to one of them and maybe get a bit of advice. So as it happens, there's a shrine nearby, and I found it, and I kind of restored it, and I made a prayer, and I really didn't think anything would happen with it, but it kind of did. And I've summoned this old one, and she's in my housekeeper's body, and you have to help me break up with her because she's in love with me, and I'm so afraid of her.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
You know what? Let's not judge too much at the moment. You've clearly made a mistake. We've all been there.
My body can't take any more of it. I'm covered in bruises, and everything hurts.
Too much information, Father Sopps. We don't need to know that. But
Sorry, I'm just very emotional. I've never broken up with somebody before. I don't know what to do, and I'm afraid she's gonna kill me.
Probably.
That's fine here. I think myself and Heppy, we're going to help you out. No problem. That's your name, right?
Call me Arson.
Arson. Cool. Yeah. So, wait, your priority is you summon this, what is it, undead, a fiend, a fae?
The book just mentioned that there were these old gods, we worship the 9 gods, and they were before them, and I just thought, well, hey, the others aren't answering my prayers, and all this other bad stuff is happening, so maybe these other guys might do something, but they don't, and she's in her body.
So, like, you brought back, like, a weird old creature, and your main priority right now is, like, oh, man, gotta hightail it out of here. You're not thinking about the wider socio implications of your actions, Father?
Not particularly.
Okay. He's not a great priest.
Other than everybody having a great time, what is the threat here? You can't handle it, and that's your problem. Everyone else seems to be happy.
What? That's all they do is they eat, they drink, and they make mountains.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, when you say break up with, Do you want her like very gone, or just like do you want her to be someone else's problem?
It's just, if we could make it back to the shrine, I think we might be able to break it up. You know.
Okay, so you want a little bit of public disorder, a little bit of vandalism, a little bit of like.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a smash and grab and dump.
Okay, what do you think about that, Arson? I mean, you seem very capable of breaking and burning things.
I can break things.
Okay. You know what, Father? You got yourself a deal. Is there a back door
There's
to this
always
place?
No. We
Okay.
have to go out and we have to face them, and she's very demanding.
I say he keeps her busy while we go take
Oh,
care of
please don't!
business.
I can't. And he kind of he rolls down like the mud, and you see his neck is just one giant hickey, like it's just it's kind of pulsing. It's just, she did that to me this morning.
Okay, that's fine. Tell you what, Arson, you go out front. You go behind Arson. I'll follow close behind in case anything funny happens, and we'll sneak out the front while they keep her distracted, and we'll go thrash this place, I guess. Okay.
While you guys are shaking down this wreck of a human being, what are Nate and Fia doing?
So Ella, are you really with this nerd?
Oh, you mean my Soppsy? Well, and she kind of at this stage she kind of saddles up against the door and kind of like she's no longer blocking it with her entire frame like she was with her hands kind of up over her head. She's now kind of like up against it and she's leaning hard into it and she's kind of running her hands across her chest and she's like, well, it's just there's something about that little old man that just I don't know what it is, but my heart yearns for him. I burn for him. I need him.
I'm sort of going to take a step in towards her and put my hand on her waist. I'm going to say, "Are you sure there's nothing that could change your mind?" And I'm going to go in as if I'm going in for a kiss, but I'm going to go about 70% of the way and just look her dead in the eyes and just kind of wait to see what she does.
She leans in just as like she gets in just as close, and it's that weird sort of tension that's there before that first kiss you have with somebody. You're not my type. And she steps back and kind of in kind of a spin, kind of a flirty like, "Come get me, Nate." And she just kind of she runs out and like again she turns and she sees that you guys are kind of coming back out towards the door again.
I place a hand on Father Sopps and I'm like, listen, it'll be okay. With the other hand, I want to pickpocket him. DM, might I rob the priest?
Yes, you may rob from the molested priest. Oh, good lord.
I didn't molest him. I don't care.
Just don't change that D with an R.
That's even worse.
So, what'll I roll?
You hit me with a
Sleight of hand?
sleight of hand, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nice, that is a 20. It's
Okay.
a dirty 20.
Okay, so I was supposed to say you slip him the hand.
You drop the hand.
You're kind of ushering him out the door, and as you do it, like Hephaesta is taking the lead. You guys are kind of in front, and you're kind of like getting kind of the nod from Thane that let's remove, and you're being shuffled out the door. The only thing you feel is a short spear.
How short?
It's the only item I have on this guy. He's not running around with anything. Okay, you lift it from the priest. You can add a short spear. It's 1d6 plus 1 for damage. Cool. So you guys are out in sort of the open area between. So this is sort of like where the fruit market would have been taking place. It's where any kind of the markets in Herb are hosted. And the parsonage is right across the road, like I said, or right across the square from the Prancing Mule. So you're out and you see that everyone is kind of like, they're all kind of matching up and people are laughing around, giggling, people are half naked, it's people are still drinking, they're still eating, everyone's having a really, really good time. What are you guys doing? You cannot see Ella. She has disappeared.
Ooh.
I didn't chase after her, did I?
Well, you were kind of being ushered. The guys, because she saw Sopps and ran out, assuming he was coming with her.
Okay.
And you turn around to see that they're kind of shoving you down the hallway. So you're out now in the courtyard.
I think this swamp rat should keep her busy while the rest of us handle real business.
Mr. Swamp Rat, I think that's a great idea. Play your pipes, play them right, and keep her busy. And we're going to take our small priest pal here, Father, and fix this.
Don't you think we should all kind of stick together? I mean, while she's completely off somewhere else, let's just go.
No.
No, because she'd find us. Look at how conspicuous we are. Look at how conspicuous we are.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Fia.
Fia, it's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm also Thane. Nice to
Thane,
meet you.
great to meet you.
Yeah,
Great to meet
I love your music.
But yeah,
Great.
I think we should all kind
Is
of...
this the time?
Yeah, no, I think we should stick together and go and, like, take care of whatever we need to take care of.
All right, I again drag Father Soppsy by his, and I'm like, come on.
Okay, I just
point the way.
He's still kind of staring at the orgy.
I pull his hood up.
Put blinders on.
Avert your gaze.
You can lead a man to an orgy.
You can't make him what? What can't you make him do?
Insert.
Just insert. It doesn't need anything more than that.
It's true though.
What else do you do at an orgy?
What do you do?
I wouldn't know.
You are you're heading away, and you're leading Father Sopps out of Herb, and he kind of, after a few moments, after you kind of clear the few buildings around you, he kind of runs up in front and he kind of takes the lead, and you see him dip into a hedgerow. It's very dark.
So this shrine, it's outside the city, like palisades, like border kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
he's leading
Outside
you away.
the town.
He's leading you away from the village. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I strike up a torch in one hand and just have my.
I've
saber
dark
in the
vision,
other.
so I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Nice for some.
Vision.
Oh, for the love of God.
Nice for some.
Your torchlight. Is that a rocky outcropping?
No.
So those of you with dark vision, those of you with slightly obscured vision, aided by your trusty torch.
Yep.
It's quite difficult. It's dark, and I'm not quite sure of the way. It's in the heart of the forest.
You said it was nearby.
Well, near is not near the orgy and her, and away from her, and we'll be fine. We just need to find the path. There's a boulder, and you take a left at the boulder, and then the forked pine tree. You go through that. You take another left, and then there's a pool, and you go right, and then it's there. I think that's what was in the book. I think that's what I read.
Look, priest, you're gonna have to do better than that, or we can just go back to town and wait till morning, and then come back out during the day to find this boulder.
It's and he's kind of looking around, and he's kind of looking at you. It's that way, and he just points, and he just starts running or as fast as a 70-year-old or 30 priest with a giant hickey on his neck can run.
I'm gonna assume I can keep up with him.
Oh yeah, you probably
We walk.
You can start crawling, and you're ready.
Okay. I'll go chase after him.
Okay, you all kind of, I'd say give chase. You are literally walking at a brisk pace. Not even brisk, you are just walking at a pace. You can give me another investigation check just to see if you spot any of the markers that he was talking about a few minutes ago.
Could it be a survival check for tracking?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, you can take a survival.
Because I'm better at that. That's a 21.
Okie dokie. You've not found the trail, but
Okay.
you happened to come across because you stepped in it rather than
Great.
rather than you noticed it. You just stepped in it, and straight away the smell hit you. You have just stepped in a rather large boar turd, and you have you've noticed before it's noticed you, but you have just encroached on a sleeping boar.
Okay, Father, if we just step back a small bit away from the massive, hairy, sleeping, stinking thing and go a different way.
Okay, you really don't want to wake that thing up, because as bad as those people are back there, the animals in the woods are just as scary and just as horny and just as mean and just as aggressive. So we really don't want to make any noises and wake them up.
Are you sure?
I'm really positive, and it's worse if they're female, so if that's a female boar, we're doomed.
Bit of judgment from a priest, but look.
You know, there's
Yeah,
only
I think
one
we
way
should
to
listen
find
to
out.
this guy. Oh no, I don't like that idea. I think we should listen to this guy. Let's just kind of try and find a way around the boar.
We'll just sneak around the boar. One by one, nice and slow. I'll stay last and keep an eye on it.
I'll go first.
Okay, everyone give me a stealth check.
Alright, you go first then.
9.
8.
Oh. The stealthiest of crews.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll stealth in as we're all having.
And you know what? I forgot. I also have to roll dice. This is the whole point of me playing.
Alright, 19.
Oh, the 70-year-old priest got an 18. Okay. Let me just double check what my bonuses are.
All his joints stopped cracking for
They
exactly
did
1
reach
minute.
moment of fear. Fears are a really good lubricant. Nope.
He's got
Nuts.
negative stunning.
No, he does not. It's
Okay.
fine. He's actually okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
While I'm waiting for them to go kind of one by one around, I am just kind of like standing crouched by the tree with Sopps, like torch in one hand and like hand crossbow in the other, just like gotta be prepared.
Okay, you kind of ready yourself and like
He has my money.
you guys have your money. The second you do it, you're like, yeah, we're in operation. We're the crew. We've got this. Fia crouches down and basically puts her hand in a lump of boar crap and shrieks, and the boar just kind of in one kind of is up on its legs and is snorting. All you see, well, you guys see it clearly because of the dark vision. Its eyes are lit up by the torch. It starts snoring and squealing and roaring. You have one action, and actually, I'm going to give it to Thane because you kind of prepared yourself just in case. So you have a reaction to this.
Going to throw my bottle of alcohol from the prancing donkey straight at it and crash it off of it.
Okay, just give me a Dex.
Cool.
Throw on it.
Cool. That's that's good. That's 21.
Okay. Yeah. You reach into your side satchel and you take out this. It was a half full bottle of liquor, and you smash it. And you hit it straight off it, like you kind of crack it straight into the head. It kind of winces. Give me a D4.
Cool. That's 3.
Yeah. You hit it straight for 3 damage. You bash it good with that bottle.
I point at it and I'm just like, set it on fire. Burn that. Burn that boar.
Yeah, you listen to the boss.
Because that was my turn.
Yes, Daddy.
And I can't double dip.
You can. Yeah.
I'm leaving now.
Roll for initiative, everybody.
11.
Oh, lads! I swear to God, if the priest beats you all here, it's gonna be
19.
Oh, that's okay. So
6.
okay.
8.
Boar. Nate, give us what is Nate doing against this boar? Why do I keep saying boar?
Boar.
Boar.
I'm gonna sort of back up a little bit because I just want to kind of get out of the danger zone, and then I'm gonna use my vicious mockery cantrip and just be like, "Oh, you dumb fucking pig!"
The opposite of babe. The pig. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Fucking pig.
A wisdom save from the pig.
Oh
wow.
Wow. Let's just have a look at the old pig's wisdom there. It would be negative surprise. Okay.
Against 13.
That would be a 9.
Nice.
So
Did you just nag a boar?
I mean, you've literally called that boar out. What exactly? So it's you dumb fucking pig. Is what you say to the boar. Is there any psychic damage off of vicious mockery?
Yeah, so it's 1d4.
Okay.
So that is 3 damage, and then it also has a disadvantage on its next attack roll.
You bring up your panpipes and it's like fucking pig. And you blow it into the panpipes, and it just kind of catches on the wind, and the pig is like, "Oh my God, my feelings! I've just been disturbed, and now I've actually been emotionally disturbed. I'm gonna kill that guy." It's Sopps' turn. He looks at you, and he just kind of looks at everybody else, and he reaches down for his short spear. He can't find it.
What are you looking for?
I think I've dropped my weapon.
That's okay. Hide behind me. I will keep you safe.
Okay, yeah, sure, okay, that's what I'll do, I suppose. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And he hides behind you, like the priestly coward he is. And the boar is actually going to aim for you, and he's going to charge because you done chucked it at him.
I did indeed.
Charge. The boar moves at least 20 feet, so that's fine. So takes it. Oh, okay, this is going to be funsies.
And disadvantage as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's going to be less funsies. Damn it. No, that's a crap roll anyway, so great. Okay. The boar crit failed. It's drunk off of the alcohol. And it hates itself now because it's a dumb fucking pig.
It was gin. It had to be gin.
Oh, that depressing. The boar charges, and because it's dark, it's kind of slightly intoxicated off the fumes of that really potent alcohol. and the vicious mockery that it took from the bard, it charges, it misses, and it crashes headfirst into a boulder, knocking itself out completely and totally unconscious. It's possibly dead.
I set it on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
Okay. What have you got to do that?
My torch.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry, I forgot you were carrying
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you
Set it on fire.
set the boar on fire.
Yep.
Yeah, the alcohol burns, and okay, so it's the boar isn't actually on fire; it's just the alcohol on the boar is burning away. Yep,
Crispy war.
that's a very burning boar that you've got there. Okay,
Great.
Pig.
just catching fire in the woods.
Do you know what, guys? I'm feeling pretty smug right now.
You know what? That was
Show
a
that,
dumb thing.
please. Just if you shine the torch over there, I think from the light of the boar, I think you can make it. I think I make it. It's just that way. It's down that way. It's down the hill that way. And he's his hand is pointing. He's kind of shaking.
Is it a path, is it, or something?
It's there. It's through the clearing in the woods. I can just make out the land is sloping. It's downhill. The cave is downhill.
Alright, can I see this, obviously?
Yeah, with those of you with dark vision are ruining my game. Frickin' freaks.
Gotta get that magical darkness.
Yeah, exactly. It's an enchanted darkness.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kind of lead it, but I'm going to also take out my short bow and have it kind of ready to go, just in
Okay.
case.
Yeah, let's get this done.
Same as always, I just kind of keep Father Sopps just like a foot in front of me because I'm taking up the rear, crossbow and
Words.
and sword in hand.
Taking up the rear.
Every episode.
Okay, you're making your way through. You're keeping an eye out for any other boars. Life's great. You make it to the other side of the clearing. You can see down the hill. It does. It's a gentle slope downwards, but there is actually kind of a crudely kind of it's starting to become overgrown or faded path cut into the landscape here. You can see it's actually quite wide, almost like carts would have been used to bring this up and down. But like I said, nature's starting to reclaim it, so it's kind of been grown over. But you can definitely see track marks that people have been coming out from this cave, because those of you with dark vision can clearly see that people have been coming here. Those of you with torches can also make it out, but you've got to scoot a little closer.
Those of you who aren't boring humans.
Yeah, why don't you lead the way, human?
Alright, I will. I lead the way. Again, but this time I give my torch to Father Sopps because I'm like, hey, Father, light the way.
Oh gosh.
Gross.
I think we have to cancel the podcast here. Louise, you're still out. You're heading downhill.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way down the slope. It's pretty much a straight walk down. It bends and curves the odd bit, but this path has definitely been carved out, even with the grass and the roots kind of reclaiming it a little bit. You can definitely this was made. Sopps, as they start to get composure, he's like, so this place was the dwarves that used to run the village, the herb. They had a mine here. And the book said that they found something, and when they found it, they closed up the mine and they left. They bled what they had dug dry, and they just left. And people forgot that the cave was there over time because the dwarves said there was no money in it anymore. And well, you know, dwarves, when there's no money, they say there's no money, and then you have to trust the dwarf when it comes to money. That's
Okay, where's the thing?
and it's down the hill in the cave. We have to we're straying.
Well, you're the one with the torch, Father.
And as he's leading the way, the torches are like flittering around the place. It's like its own Dazzler light show. Look at me spell out my own name. It's there, and you can, as you come to the bottom of this, the hill starts to flatten out and plateau. And again, in the distance, you can make out carved into this hill in front of you. There is the mouth of a cave has been carved in, and again it just descends down into darkness, which those of you with dark vision can see straight through. It's a terrible world, but the mouth of the cave just kind of descends, so you can't see perfectly down into it. So when we get in, there's a couple of different chambers, but it's a straight walk, and then it's in the central chamber, and then think Sopps. Fairman said if we the central chamber, the first chamber, and then the core. Okay, so we go in, and it's at the back. That's what I remember. We go straight to the back. The shrine is there. Shrine, and it's kind of more of an effigy now. What our followers are doing to it, and oh god, okay. I am not a good person.
You should take a drink, Father. You should just sit back.
Well, I'm not. I don't drink anything from herb. You don't drink from herb. You don't eat from herb.
You don't smoke the herb.
You don't.
You just, hey, we like to have fun. You don't smoke the herb.
Drugs are not cool.
You hear that, teens? Don't. So anyway.
Yeah.
I just give him a little shove, and I'm like, all right, so let's go.
Well, and he's resisting a little bit. Not in a, like, he's not full on stonewalled, but hey, there's just one other thing that I kind of didn't mention, and it's just that, well, some of the people in Herb are kind of fanatical about her, and they're worshipping her, kind of what she wanted in the first place. So
Sopps, I feel like we're going to have hurt these people.
Well, yeah, probably, and it might have to be a little bit more than hurt them, because, well, they're sort of completely and totally devoted to her, and they're not going to go easily on you or me. So if I can just stay outside, I'm really not good in the fighting situation.
Sopps, much safer with us.
Actions have consequences.
He reveals his neck, and he's like, I know, He just starts to walk into the tunnel, and his cries kind of echo very lowly and depressingly into the cave in front of him. As it's originally as it was a dwarf tunnel, everything was slightly dwarf-sized. Actually, what's the right way to phrase that?
Small.
Vertically challenged.
Wow. Wow.
It's all relative.
We don't body shame dwarves in this.
Not yet.
But
jeez.
to be fair, it's episode 2 and we've said some awful things. You have all said awful, terrible things. Okay?
Hey, no.
But people didn't exactly trust the dwarves until there was nothing left, so everyone else that was left in Herb after the dwarves mass exited out of there decided that they would have a look around themselves. It's been kind of hollowed out a little bit more and dug into, so it's easy enough for you guys to traverse without kind of having to duck and dive and crawl in some spaces, okay? You step foot into the entrance, and straight away, you can clearly see what he was making out. That he was making out here.
Nice.
I mean, probably all things considered.
High five, Sopps.
Dirt.
Break his wrist.
But it's exactly as you said. You come in and there's a chamber just off to your right. The torch that he has in front of him is kind of casting kind of his shadow, and the rest of you kind of up along it. But you can definitely see just off in front of you and up to the left where the chamber kind of continues on around the corner. There's lights flickering and there's a slight draft floating through the kind of around you. There's a draft floating around you. Ghostly. There's a space all around you. It's just, you can see lights flickering. The chamber off to your right, there's nothing. There's an overturned, rusted minecart. There's nothing else really to see.
I would like to check for tracks in terms of how many people have kind of come in and out of here, if I can get a gauge of what the number of people
same thing, give me, just because it's not the best time to be really checking, disadvantage roll again.
Cool. Okay, that's a 15.
Oh, yeah. There are lots of different footprints in boots, in small little cobbled shoes, even bare feet, coming in and out of the tunnel. There seems to have been a lot of footfall, but you can't tell how fresh these tracks are. It's just in dirt, and it's a cave, so it's all kind of damp. So it's not possible for you to determine exactly.
We should probably be discreet, because there's probably a lot of people down here.
Yeah, discretion is the one thing you guys have been doing a lot of. Let's keep that going.
Listen, it's good to start.
There's a burning pig in the forest.
Smoking.
Smoking. Okay.
Yeah.
It's got to wake up and have a great tan.
I think maybe then we should pop out the torch.
Father, put out the torch.
Okay. He just kind of he dips it into the ground, like into the mud, and it just and it's out.
Okay. I suppose. And who can't see good in the dark?
And everyone kind of stares at the human.
Wait, what race
Humans.
is Father
He's also
Sopps?
human.
Okay,
He's
cool.
also human.
Yeah.
Humans. Sorry.
Okay.
If one of you want to put your hand on my shoulder,
Father Sopps, you can put your hands.
I can lead one person. Okay.
I'm gonna come up and go like, it's okay, Fia. I appreciate it. And I'm just gonna like sweep Sopps up and sort of carry him, sort of like.
You can hear me roll my eyes.
I think it's kind of. Whereas I'm looking on, kind of impressed.
And I'm just like, I can see shapes in the darkness. That's about it.
That's enough. Follow
Yeah.
the sound
Is
of
that
fire
one of the
shuffling.
things floating in my eyelid, or is that
Yeah.
something on the cave?
I can smell them. That's
You're going to approach the candles.
I offered Thane my shoulder, so instead.
fine. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
It's not my first time I've been down a deep dark cave. It's all good.
Okay, fine. Okay, you can follow behind.
So sorry, there are candles in the distance.
Oh, for the reference, the cave is called the Swallow's Cave. The swallows live here.
Was that like engraved out the front, just like over the front, and we were like, oh, the Swallow's Cave.
Giggle on my way in.
That's cute.
There are candles up ahead of us.
Yeah, you can make out the light, and it's kind of flickering. So your best guess would be there's lots of little lights. Casting.
I'm gonna sort of say to Sopps, do you want to climb onto my back there, little guy?
Okay. He's just gonna do that. So this is kind of a weird Yoda Luke Skywalker thing, except he's not as short as Yoda. Like he's still like he's just a 70-year-old man, and he's like hanging on to you. Yeah, he's like, sorry, just gonna run. Oh, that's your loot. Sorry. Okay.
And,
Stick it to my back there. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
and with my hands free, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant. Basically, I'll read it out to you.
Do
The
please.
spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. So basically, I just have this like invisible thing that will do things for me.
Okay.
Invisible
Okay,
friend.
And I'm gonna send my little buddy over to the candles to see if he can. I don't know. Just check it out. Just see if anything happens. I don't know.
Are they Yankee candles?
Yeah.
What are we walking into here? Like, is it?
Snuff one of them out. Just kind of see. Feels a bit fishy to me.
Okay. Can that thing speak? Can it communicate to you?
I think we can communicate sort of telepathically. Yeah, but there's no. It's only sort of like simple tasks. I can just sort of get it to go over, pick something up, or do something.
Okay. Okay. This you conjure this thing like again. It's just with your hands free. It's just kind of a. Why do I keep getting this concept of like leprechaun blowing into the. But yeah, again, because he's on your back and the lute's there, it's kind of pinging. So it's just kind of you play kind of a little melody into the pan flute, and with the last breath, this thing just kind of apparates in front of you. It steps forward, and the rest of you who can see this shapely figure kind of just form and then kind of disappear into the darkness. It kind of coyly snakes around the corner and again sends you back a message that there are 4 robed figures standing around in a circle, and they're just kind of praying and chanting, and there are candles everywhere. This is definitely a cult.
Can we hear the chanting?
No, it's sort of like kind of their
low.
lips. Their lips are moving, but there's nothing audible.
Okay. Have any of you engaged in any small scale like vandalism or like property destruction?
Of course.
Okay.
My name is Arson.
Okay, no, just checking. This doesn't look like it'd be too hard. I mean, we just have to break it, really. Mess it up.
Will this definitely fix it if we break it, Father?
It's the thing that brought it here. My hope is that we break it, and it was broken when I got here. I just fixed it. I did a good thing. I fixed it. If we break it again, then maybe her link will be severed.
Or is she stuck here forever with nowhere else to go?
Possibly.
In which case, she is your problem.
And you might have to saddle up.
Okay.
But look, that's a future problem.
Well, in this case, my little buddy's still over there. I could maybe get him to Smash things up a little.
Knock a candle over, perhaps?
A little smashy, knock a candle over.
Smash knock candle. Yeah, the old smashy candle knock over.
Is that what you tell him? Just take a little smashy.
And he's like, he just kicks over to the rock. Smashy.
Got him.
He's kind of seeing. He's kind of communicating you through kind of images, and you look around. They're in a circle. It's just smooth rock. There's no statue. There's no shrine or altar or anything in this room. They're just in a circle around these candles, and their lips are moving. They're not saying anything or doing anything. You don't see a shrine. You don't see anything.
So it's a pretty open space.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming this guy gets dark vision as well if he's like a form of you.
I assume so.
They're behind. So you've come around the corner to the left, straight down the corridor that you're in. Is like a long, wide cavern. So there's obviously another section to this that you have not been able to explore, or you cannot see from where you currently are.
Guys, I don't think there's anything we can really do here right now. I think what might be best is if you three go ahead and maybe deal with those guys, and I'll stay back here with Sopps, and I'll protect Sopps. Does that sound good, Sopps?
That's literally the best idea I've heard all day.
Absolutely not. I am not doing all the hard work while he does nothing.
Well, he's keeping the priest safe. That's relatively hard work.
Thank you, Thane.
There's nothing to keep him safe from if the bad guys are ahead of us.
I don't know if they're really bad guys.
Oh my god, this is not the time.
I'm gonna ask. Do you think they're bad guys?
My eyes flame.
I'm gonna sidle over to the side of the room. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'll just be over here.
You start to hear
go over to the corner.
kind of first it sounds like the whistling of the wind, but you start to hear just getting louder and louder, and what you thought was the wind is actually just this collective breathing that's been happening, and it just stops. Who dares enter the tomb of what the hell did I call her? What the hell did I call her? That's her name. Who dares trespass in the temple of Hedona?
I point to Nate and I go, it's this guy Nate, he wants to break her little statue thing, whatever it is. I don't know. Look, I just followed him here to stop him, but you seem to have it under control, so. 4 robed figures wearing head to toe scarlets. Their heads are covered. One stands back and he just gestures, he bellows his hand outwards, and you just see his hand just appear from its sleeve, and he's killed them all. They've trespassed on sacred holy ground. The cult of the flesh will protect Hedona now, forever, and into eternity. And I just hear Sopps go, Brother Farum, is that you? And the guy with his hand pointed pulls back, and he goes, Sopps, you cowardly old bastard. You don't deserve Ella's love. You don't deserve the love and affection and devotion that Hedona bestows on you. You're not worthy of her. You toad. She will love me. I'm a real man. I'm exactly what a woman like her wants. Now kill them. You see the other 3 charge forward. They are brandishing just clubs.
Since I was hidden away off to the side, as I just said, crossbow time.
Pew, pew. Do I get a reaction?
Yeah, you can. Well, since you've got your little invisible dude and you can see this coming, you've got a reaction. And again, since you were hidden, I'll give you both a reaction. I'm going to assume you going, kill him, was your reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. That is an unnatural 20.
Fine.
So that
does it? How presumptive. Maybe they're wearing magical cult armour. Just that hits, does it? Oh, it hurts my feelings. But it does.
Ropes.
It does actually hit. So
yeah, I shot for the guy who pointed and said kill them, because he seemed to be the one
who
you're
going for the
cult.
Okay, you're going for the main guy. You're going for Brother Farum. You raise your crossbow. Is it a small one?
Yeah, it's a hand crossbow.
It's a little hand crossbow. It's a little dinky accessory you carry around with you.
Still does 5 damage.
It still does 5 damage, but it's a mighty dinky accessory. It travels straight down, and you catch him in the shoulder. He goes, yeah, and he's, my goddamn shoulder, you worm.
So as my reaction, I'm going to get my unseen servant to sort of run up ahead of them, and then sort of sort of duck down in front of him to try and trip them as he tries to run towards me.
Okay, give him a.
I love it.
It's going to be just a straight dex roll for that.
Dex roll?
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
Okay. You know those videos of kids that are running up to do I'm going to kick that ball, and then they run and they kick air and then they fall flat. That's exactly kind of what happens, except your invisible self runs forward, kicks a stalagmite, and just bursts into like air. He injured himself. That is your reaction.
Cool.
Okay, let us roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
So I'm going to roll straight initiative from Mike. Okay.
12.
16.
13.
18.
Good old Sopsy.
13.
You got 13?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
12, sorry.
Yeah, 13.
Good news is you're all going first except the bad guys. So and again,
Nice.
I roll collectively for them,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to do the same with their damage, and I'm just going to dissipate it amongst you guys. Okay?
Yep.
Right. So up first is Nate.
I cast Minor Illusion and have Ella walk into the cave.
Okay, you conjure this illusion of Ella. Her image is firmly imprinted in your mind. Are we going with Bar Ella or Toga Ella?
Oh, we'll go Toga Ella.
Okay. So she just manifests behind a rock.
Oh, Ella! Oh my god!
Okay, what I'm going to do is, because these guys are fanatically devoted to her, I'm going to give them just the commoners not so much, but our fanatic is going to he's going to get a chance to kind of see through your crap. He does not. They're all fucking freaks for this woman. They immediately throw themselves down. The mighty Hedona, scorner of the flesh, deity of passion and euphoria. Keep chanting this over and over again, and then breathing constantly again. Okay, it is Thane.
Alright, so all of them are doing that?
Yeah, they're all idiots for Ella.
Well,
Ella.
hey,
waiting for it.
I'm going to run up and attack the cult leader again.
Okay, you're going to go for the fanatic. Okay,
Because he's so devoted, would I have advantage?
you are going to have an advantage on this.
Yes.
But just be aware, this is kind of going to snap them out of their hole. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. But listen, you gotta...
Snap them out of their hole.
Oh hell yeah, that's a natural 18.
Okay.
So with my rapier attack, that is D8 damage. Okay, so that's 6 piercing damage. Then with my bonus action, I'm going to take my hand crossbow and I'm just going to shoot him.
Oh. Okay then.
Yep.
So does not have bad guys, I suppose.
Oh, natural 19. So
Okay.
close. Meh, 4 damage.
Okay.
Pretty crap rolls.
Well, except that this guy was, worshipping his goddess, and you ran up and, stabbed him and then shot him in the back.
Yeah.
So, good for you. You just describe to me exactly what it is that you want to do here.
Oh, I just leap forward from the shadows and in one swift move, I just drive my blade into the side of him and catch him in the side, and then in the next motion I just kind of pop off the crossbow and just hit him wherever it hits him.
Okay.
Center mass.
You literally get him in the shoulder blade.
Yeah.
He's,
Like all
he's
arrows do.
Well, to be fair, you got him in the front in one shoulder and the back of the other shoulder. So he's literally just walking around with arrows sticking out of him. You can hang stuff off this guy if you need it. Okay, and it's actually Sopps' go.
Oh, great.
He's kind of fumbling around, and he's looking for a short spur. He's touching you at the same time, and he's like,
Oh, wow.
Where is it?
Sopps, buy me dinner first.
You dirty little man.
I see what Ella likes about you. Your sweet caress.
So he decides to cast Bless on you. You are blessed by Sopsy. With his hands going everywhere, he wasn't quite sure what he was doing, so he accidentally casted Bless on you. That's exactly what I meant to do. Now, just make sure they don't kill me. It goes to Hephaesta. Okay.
Can I try to sneak down the other corridor?
Yeah,
to the
give me a stealth roll.
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay, it's more of a I'm going down that way.
Stomp.
Yeah, you're still kind of mad.
Yeah,
No, it's more
always.
kind of the glowing, kind of, even though you're trying to keep it.
I can't contain my
low,
rage.
Yeah.
That's what I
you're still
do.
quite really angry, and you blamed him, and they're not really trying to kill him yet. So
Pretty mad about that too, yeah.
It's glowing. You were.
You had one job!
Kill that guy. You kind of stumble over one of the guys, and he looks up at you. Yeah.
I'm going to try the same thing, try to get down that corridor. Sorry.
Oh no.
Why? Why?
Okay.
Listeners,
you're
that
out
is
of
a
the-
natural 1.
So collectively, we've been voting, Louise. This is where we tell you you're out of the podcast.
Oh, this sucks. Why did I get such good rolls for drinking? Why could I get...
So tell me what you were trying to do.
I was trying to hop over one of these guys and just whew.
Okay, instead what you do is you stumble forward, and while Hephaesta brushed off one and kind of got his attention, you full on end up kind of stepping on one guy and falling over him into the other. And it's sort of one of those like weird like domino effects that you've kind of knocked them in. You roll forward, you stand up, and where Ella is standing, you're also now standing. So it's like one of those weird like
Oh no!
hologram things. So they're like a mockery. Get them, kill them.
You're out of the
they're,
Okay.
Yeah, they're super mad.
So as a
Oh boy, and I'm
A
like
bonus
right in the middle
action.
of it.
I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see. I'm going to teleport towards that.
Over the candle. Okay, well,
Yeah.
where you are, you can kind of see it. Okay, so
Yeah.
she just vanishes, and as she vanishes, so does the illusion. I was going to say hologram. The conjure does holograms. The illusion of Ella dissipates with it as well, and you're now kind of away from everybody else. The only one that can really see you, well, actually, Hephaesta and Thane can kind of see where you are, because you've just appeared right in the middle of that ring that they were chanting in. But you can see straight down the back of this cave, and there is a corridor winding around to the right.
Okay.
So our very, very pin-cushioned fanatic, he is going to cast Inflicting Wounds.
Okay. Like inflict wounds, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, do you not want me to cast it?
I really don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do. You shot me twice and then stabbed me.
Kinda mad about that.
Not so great.
What'd you roll?
13.
Oh, thank Christ, my AC is 15.
Oh, what? Is it done?
Yes.
Maybe you typed that in wrong. Maybe
No.
it's supposed to be 13.
I am not taking 3d10 damage. I do not have 3d10 health.
So he just gets up in kind of a blinding rage, and he's kind of thrown back his robes, and you see that under them, I mean, they're literally, he's naked. It's just, he's naked.
Whoa.
And he stands up and he just throws his hands out at you to kind of grab at you.
But he missed.
I did miss.
Yeah.
So that was that. The commoners, that's what they are, and I'm not just being classist here, that's what they come up as, the commoners, are going to react. So the first one they're going to hit is Hephaesta. So, for the love of God, there's a reason why these people are commoners and are stuck in the Dark Ages. He completely swings and misses. He's like, oh, you're there. Or, oh, you weren't. You're a glowing lava person. He just misses entirely.
It's okay.
The second guy is actually going to swing back for
Sure.
Thane. Nope. Because why not? Because they're bumbling villagers.
Is it a natural one?
No, he didn't do anything. They're just terrible at rolling. And the third thing is actually going to go for Nate. Would an 8 do any sort of thing to you?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. That is the bad guys done.
Sure.
Back to you guys in the studio.
I mean, listen, they're fanatics. They're there to fanaticize, not to kill people, you know?
Better fanatics. My cult sucks.
Budget was really low this
It was,
season,
actually.
you know?
Next time I come back, I'm not coming into a Bodunk town. Okay, over to Thane at the top.
I think it was Nate who had the highest, didn't you? You did 18?
Oh, 18. You're within reach if you want to hit him with...
Oh yeah, I'll just pull out my rapier and just do
Okay.
it straight like
Take that. Yeah. I mean, I was supposed to take it out of its girl. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Yeah.
I get to add a d4 to this.
Yeah, you do, because you're blessed.
Nice.
Hashtag blessed.
9 plus 2 plus 3 is 14.
That's definitely going to hit the armor class there.
Nice.
That's 10 points of damage.
You get him right in the throat. Like, I don't know if you meant to, but you just got him anyway, because right in and right out the other side. You pull it clean and he's just dead. There's just no coming back from that. He's dead. I mean, you killed him, okay? This is the guy that couldn't even hit you with his club, and you just stabbed him right in the neck. He's dead.
Gave him
Look
one.
at you laughing, you creep.
Yeah, same again with the cult leader for Thane. I'm just gonna swing around again with my blade and try and crack him on the head. Come on. Oh yeah, that's a 20.
Just wait here to die.
Come on. Yes, that is 9 piercing damage. So as I kind of go in with one hand, I bring my blade into like his lower stomach, swoop in under his arm, and come out behind him and shoot him. Oh, fuck! That's a natural 2. Yeah, that misses. That's super.
But you
nice.
stabbed him for... I mean, I think what you described as some sort of French technique for filleting meat.
Yeah, it's like it's very very elaborate, but that was just 9 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, you stabbed him good. I done sum that up for you. You've done stabbed him well. He is looking pretty bad. Yeah, he's literally punctured. I don't know how to put it. There is blood pouring out of him in like 4 different points. It's not nice. Is Hephaesta.
I will Eldritch Blast whoever is closest to me.
That would be the commoner that swung at you with the club.
Perfect, I love revenge.
Okay. She says, I love revenge.
Oh, that's only a 10.
Your dice do not love revenge.
Nope.
Am I going against... It's just that was a hit spell. Yeah, that works.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
on the money.
Great, so that is 1d10. 9.
Okay, he just turned to ash. Like, what colour is your eldritch?
Nice bright blue.
The cave is illuminated with this burst of blue fire, and then a person is illuminated with this burst of blue fire, and then he's not there anymore, as he is just completely incinerated. It's horrifying. The other guy, the guy is just like peeing himself. Yeah. Oh wait, Sopps. Sopps has peed himself. Okay.
Oh no!
He's just seen a guy get stabbed in the neck, like right over his shoulder, and then he just got his left has just been literally baked alive. He's absolutely freaking out. He throws up his hand, brings it straight down on top of you. You were all lit up, and the cave is illuminated. He's cast light. But
Thanks.
you are the source of the light you when you're glowing.
Can I just throw him off me as a reaction, because that's gross. Dude, not cool.
The light, not the pee.
Party foul. Okay.
I know you see on the roof around you, just your shadow puppetry happening. You're like, not cool. Okay, that was Sopps, who has left you sopping wet.
Soppy bollocks.
So none of the guys kind of...
that cloak.
None of the baddies saw where I teleported to.
Most of them are dead now, Fia. So
Okay, so would you say I have advantage?
yeah,
Alright. Who's closest to me?
the closest would be the fanatic.
Okay, I'm going to fire my short bow at him.
Okay.
23. So that's 8 plus 3. It's 11.
That's 11.
Yeah.
I love how we're all like, very true. What's the bat rate on that?
23%.
I always bring back Matthew. We were poor growing up. Around from the well, at this stage it's all lit up, so it's fine. You're just like a big glowing wet beacon, partially wet. He didn't pee all over you. Why am I fixated on this? An arrow just flits around, and as quickly as you guys hear it, because it just whistles through the cave, the fanatic turns up, like kind of to look at you, and just catches the arrow, and it just gets him right into the side of the face, and he's gone. Like it literally, his head turns with it, and he just falls to the ground dead. The other commoner just throws his hands up, and it's just like I just wanted to be a part of something.
I punch him in the face.
Oh, okay.
Like really hard.
Yeah, okay, give me a point.
Natural 19, so yeah.
You can.
So that's 3 damage.
Okay, he's knocked out. You literally just full on bash him in the head. He's knocked the hell out.
Let's just get this over with.
I feel like the hostage is kind of useful. I'm going to drag the hostage along.
Right, you do that, and I'm gonna go smash the thing that makes this all be over.
Ideally.
Please.
It's straight down here and just to the right. The altar's right there. You won't miss it.
No, we won't, because you'll be here with us.
Okay. Okay, it's almost over. You can do this, Sopps. You can do this. This is what they trained for you in the seminary, I think. I really shouldn't have skipped out on the occult classes.
Seminary.
You track it. It's not particularly. It's not an arduous journey down to the back of this cave. And it's like what essentially a small antechamber off this. It's where the dwarves, you can clearly see, have stopped digging, because there in front of you, you see the remnants of an altar kind of half jutting out, or where this thing has collapsed in itself. But there is almost like hanging out of the rock face is a statue of a woman. Her face has been worn away, just natural erosion from cave water. But you can quite clearly see the kind of a third of a bust of a female statue just kind of reaching out. she'd been reaching upwards towards the sky, and you can see where Sopps made his repairs, because part of the hand had been broken off, and he has kind of put it on and fastened it back together. There is an altar with loads of different offerings on it. There's blood, there's very, very clear liquid, you're hoping it's spit. There's candles burning, there's dove feathers.
Money?
Money.
I take that.
Okay, Sopps is just kind of pointing. That's this is what I fixed. This is what kind of brings her back, so I think if we get rid of it, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
So get rid of the statue?
Just get rid of the statue. Just break it up. Just smash it. Just smash the statue. Okay, just smash the goddamn statue.
I give him a little shove and I'm like, alright, go on.
Yeah, you fixed it. You can break it.
I don't have my spear. I don't have any weapons to it.
You got these, man. And I just like hold up his tiny old man hands, and I'm like, watch this. This will be funny.
He reaches up and he's pulling on the arm, trying to snap it back off. As his hands grasp the cold stone, the song that you heard in the bar sung by Ella just starts to echo down the tunnel. And it gets louder and louder.
Oh, we should probably hurry up.
He's like, I'm trying. I just can't get it off.
Okay.
And he's pulling on the arm.
I run behind the statue.
We all just...
Get off. What did you use to fix this goddamn thing?
I'm just gonna run at the statue and sort of like jump and sort of like just with both feet trying to like kick it. Double kick.
I'm definitely gonna let that happen before I react.
Acrobatics.
That's an 11.
Okay, what you do is you run at it, and you do one of those. When you're like 12, you did like one karate class. Like, look, mom, look what I can do, and you like kick a pillow, and you're like, It's that, but less impressive. It's just you run at it, and you just kind of your shoe kind of just off the rock. You kind of land and you turn, and Ella is standing there again in her toga outfit. Same kind of thing where she's kind of leaning one hand up against the rock of the wall, and she was like, My, I'm Soppsy. What's going on? What are you guys doing here?
I'm hiding behind the statue, and I just kind of whisper out very softly. I'm like, just like distract her for like a minute, please. And I like take out my crowbar and start to like dig into the earth so I can try and wedge it out and topple it.
I'm here for you, my love.
Yes, he wanted to invite me into a tryst. That is why he has covered me in his urine. He has claimed me as his own and wishes to extend his pleasures unto you using me.
I'm going to do an insight check on that. I don't think Ella is as open-minded as she is. It's down for... Yeah, you can give me a deception check there.
Ooh.
What did you... Oh, God, you said we each not get 20.
Got a 21.
Oh, no.
Okay, I can't believe I have to do this. I hate role-playing.
I kind of see what he's doing, and I go back because I have a crowbar on me as well. And
both of you need to give me stealth checks.
Alright, cool.
You're just... I'm assuming Hephaesta is just staring at
I'm
this
just
relief.
enjoying
You're just...
all of this.
22.
I want to see him get destroyed
18.
by her.
Okay, fine for the time being.
I want to get destroyed by it.
Only because Nate is wooing this woman in the most unbelievable way possible. So she kind of like the hand that she has on the cave wall, she just kind of slides forward. She goes, "Oh really? Oh Soppsy, you minx! I had no idea." And she kind of runs her hand through her that you were so open-minded about these kind of things, and she kind of just slithers into the room a little bit. And those eyes, the thing that you notice first about her thing, because even though you're hidden behind the statue, you're not trying to break the thing off.
Yep.
You feel them, even though you're hidden and you're doing your best to stay unnoticed as you're working away. It's almost like they're scanning the room, and for a moment they linger on you, but she's fixated on you and this dance that we're in.
I say, oh, yes, and I sort of put my arm around something, and I give him a little kiss on top of his bald head. Ooh, and I sort of lock eyes with her.
I'm just like behind the statue, just giving like a real thumbs up, like, yeah, you got it, man.
This is what you get for wanting a romance D&D.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's like when Homer kisses his mom.
Man, yeah. I'm glad we were on the same page for that, 'cause that's exactly how I picture Sopps.
Yeah.
It's Hans Mole Man.
I can't believe I'm doing this. She steps in and she's just like, oh, show me more. This is new. This is exciting. Give me a damage roll now, goddammit. Smash that statue.
Okay. Because I'm using my crowbar, it gives me advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like
Does a crowbar do that?
Well,
Is that
yes. What I'm going to do is, because Louise is kind of assisting you and that would already have given you advantage, I will just, Louise, you can add a d4. So you roll a d4, whatever you get on this, you add to, because you're using the crowbar to help them as well.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there smoking a fag, watching the show.
I am absolutely just leaned back against a wall.
Also roll, or is she just rolling?
No, she's only rolling a d4. No, you make the normal roll. So
Cool.
Louise got a 3.
3.
Oh yeah, I got an 18.
Okay, roll for damage with the crowbar and add 3 to it.
Okay, what damage dice should it be? Because there is no damage dice for a crowbar.
Blunt weapon, 6.
Cool. That's a 1.
Okay, so
4.
4. I can count, lads. Thanks.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
We need to consult the brightest minds. We can't afford to hang them just yet. The Trojan sponsorship has not paid off. So she's staring rather intently at you on your next move. It's almost like this is a make or break scenario here, Nate.
Why don't you join us, Ella, eh?
And she just kind of stares and she puts a hand on your shoulder. Jesus Christ.
I sort of like sidle up behind Moment. Sopps Moment, and sort of like start rubbing his shoulders and chest.
I'm just trying to not like applaud at this point. It's like,
Okay.
beautiful. That's
You went out with this guy, I just like to point out.
I regret every second of it.
I look back at her and go, this could have been you. No.
She steps in and she's kind of put a hand on your shoulder. She's kind of running her hands through your hair. Just as you maneuver the crowbar kind of behind, kind of in between her arm and her shoulder where the statue is kind of the stone has been carved and chiseled. She sees you break it and immediately her entire body just snaps. It's just almost like every bone in her body just becomes completely stiff in one moment and she just convulses straight back. And her eyes roll back into her head. And her body just shakes for the time being, and just this immense voice just speaks and echoes, and the walls of the cave just reverberate. It's the power of the voice, but there's a ferocity in it. It's like nature itself is cowering at the moment. This is something great, and everybody in that room is completely overwhelmed by what happens.
I am Hedana, mother of love, lust, and life. You have wrath my anger upon you. I mark thee with Hedana's stamp. Know that your souls are bound to me, your hearts are bound to me. You will never know true love until you do right by Hedana. Bear my stamp, feel my wrath, carry my name. Fix your love.
Ella just snaps straight back and light just bursts around the cave and it just convalesces into one orb and the orb just shoots straight upwards. The four of you are lying there just kind of completely overtaken by what has happened. There's a searing pain coursing through your body, tingling around you, like it's like from your fingertips right up to the tip of your scalp. It then just starts to travel downwards and it's almost like you're starting to locate it and you feel this burning sensation just at your lower back. Right above the curve of your ass as Hedana's stamp burns.
Oh no!
Ella falls to the ground. Sopps kind of just scoots away from you rather quickly to try and catch her. He misses and she hits the ground. He is not the gentleman he thinks he is. But he kind of cradles her. He's kind of slapping her cheek a little bit, just kind of gently, just kind of like belting her, like, wake up. Ella, wake up. I can't do it every time. That's just wrong. You have to say after it. Please, my love, you must wake up. I did it all for you. I love you so much, Ella. We are meant to be together. Oh gods, by the 9 gods, please don't take my Ella from me. I will do right by you. I will fix everything there's supposed to be. My heart burns for you, Ella. And as he bites back tears, and she just breathes her last breath, Ella passes away. Well, she's been possessed by like some old god lad. She's not gonna, you're not going, oh, that's grand. Like, two paracetamol, you'll be fine in the morning.
Yeah.
If you're peeing blood, though, that's serious. You better go see somebody. The rest of you, the searing agony kind of starts to subside, but it's there. It's like sort of a kind of when you've gotten burned off of, like, you grabbed a hot pan or something like that, and you run under hot water, but it's still outy.
I'm trying to find a way to kind of like look around.
You all turn around, you see Fia doing what dogs do, trying to look at their arse.
Yeah, I just kind of go like
I almost got it.
Wait, let me have a look.
Your arse.
What?
It's definitely bad.
Oh.
Does anyone else have a burning sensation on their back?
I'm just thinking of the scene from Dude, Where's My Car? It's like, dude.
Yeah, no, we fucked that one up.
Okay, but do you have a burning sensation on your back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that must be a non-human thing. Father, and I just like again grab him by like the back of his,
and he's just
cloak.
He's sobbing. He's like, "Just leave me in peace." It's
No, there's a matter of payment first. We've been put through a lot here. We did what you wanted.
There's money in the rectory. You can just take it all. I don't care. I just take it all. Nobody loves Sopps.
You deserve all of this. You're a
He's
terrible, dirty old man.
I know.
So we just leave him here then?
Yeah.
Alright, let's head back to
Yeah.
Herb.
Can I look at someone's back?
No.
No.
Okay.
Just to be that guy. Yeah. Nate turns around and he pulls up his shirt and then he lowers his pants really, that kind of a flirty way. Right between your ass and your back, there is some black thorns, a heart wrapped in it, and the words written, "Love hurts."
Oh god.
Is it at least spelled properly?
Well, I mean, if you look at it closely, probably not. I mean, this was done when you were on holidays in Ibiza. Like,
It's LUVHZ.
Yeah. Hurts. Love hurts.
Thane would like to do one more thing before everyone leaves.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So, if everyone's leaving, Thane is going to hang back with Father Sopps and kind of comfort him a bit.
Yes. This is the after hours.
Oh.
What happens next?
Turn away.
No. He just kind of kneels down to the sad old man. He kind of like pats him on the shoulder and he's like, "Look, we all lose people who are important to us. Like, you made a bad decision. You messed up. Sometimes it's bad when people have to pay with their lives for our mistakes.
Yeah.
That's the price of living in a crazy world like this, when you mess with things that you shouldn't. There are forces in the world who decided that it wasn't the right thing to do. And you've angered them a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm here to bring you a message from them. And I just take his spear and I just drive it through his neck and leave him there."
I'm shocked.
Do I see this?
No, you all left.
we
all left.
He stayed back to the murdering bastard. Hey, where's my girlfriend, Sopps?
Soppsy, no!
This was Romancing the Dungeon. I've been and will continue to be Declan, your DM. We're back in 2 weeks with another episode, but if you need more romance in your life and you just can't wait, why not spread the love and leave us a review? You can start following us on Twitter and Instagram at Romancing the Dungeon, or join our group on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/Romance Dungeon. And big shout out to Martin Ryan, the guy behind our awesome theme song. So if you like what you hear, don't forget to find Martin on SoundCloud, Facebook and Spotify.
Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, another Dungeons and Dragons fuck.
Another podfuck.
Welcome
to Podfucking the Dungeon.
Welcome to Dungeons. Fuck it. Are we sure I'm the one for this?